don't ever feel like you have to apologize for bringing the kids with you.
I have a little more flexibility with caregivers than you do.
Yeah, I don't have in-laws. Don't listen to this. No, I don't have caregivers. I don't have a nanny. And I mean, my husband works full time. We have other businesses. I know you guys do too.
Yeah.
And a lot of the women on the team have other businesses besides real estate. And so the biggest challenge is, having multiple kids.
Yeah.
But
it makes one look so easy.
Yeah, I think like one is great. Like age, like little to like Millie's age, one. But when they start becoming opinionated and wanting like to do their own stuff is like so hard. It's like when they start to find their voice, it's like that's the trial.
Yeah, I agree.
When you can't just...
We're just running into that with her where she's busier. So I think that creates a little more challenges. Like, and it's just, I think it makes it more important to kind of pick your clients and pick who you're working with and manage your time a little better and protect that part of your personality and make that part of your career too, because you have to bring them with you sometimes.
Or all the time.
It's just who we are. So yeah, but it's definitely challenging. I mean, you gotta get creative.
That's like one of the things I always tell the girls is don't ever feel like you have to apologize for bringing the kids with you. If you feel that you have to apologize for bringing the kids with you, then it's probably not the people that you want to surround yourself with.
Right.
Like a title meeting, or I don't know, even just like a client meeting or an industry partner meeting. Like you need to surround yourself with people who are going to help support you, but also who understand that we are moms. Yeah. And I think that's like one of the most special things that we have as a team is that we all understand. I know that there's like certain times where we're like,
it's chaos.
Like, hey, I have an inspection. I'm like, oh, bring Millie over. She can play with the kids. It'll all be okay. Or team meetings. You know, it's easier to do that at the house sometimes, or, you know, in the big Silvercreek office where they can just all kind of hang out and, you know, cause a ruckus because
they kind of just have to fit into your career and to your life. I feel like sometimes it's not ideal. It's not pretty, but it works. When we were in real estate school together, your kind of identity has always been, I want to be on a team. What was the reasoning? Did it start out as being part of, like, you were a new mom when we were in real estate school? Cash was 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
So was it really based around that, or did it kind of develop into being, you know, fitting into that motherhood role too? Or was it just strictly community? Like, did that speak to you then as much as it does now?
Well, when we were in real estate school, it was like, I remember when we sat next to each other, I was like, one day we're going to have a team.
She conned me from the get-go.
It wasn't like in my mind to have like all women's or, you know, for it to just solely be,
moms,
you know, moms kind of, you know, and it's not just, you know, the team's just not solely moms, but it kind of has gravitated towards that. I think we've had some growing pains, you know, but it has evolved into something that I think that we didn't really know that we needed it, but it has grown to be like what we really need, you know, and there is like, I didn't know that I personally needed that. And I know that you probably didn't really, but now that we have been like, we have owned it, that it's like, it's so needed.
Yeah, it really
you know,
is.
And everyone, like all of the moms that we talk to that are also agents are, you know, whether they're new moms or, you know, they're just starting in this career path and have become moms, or, you know, it's just, they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And they really rely on us to help lead that way, to help them.
Yeah.
And so the team was more so developed at the beginning to not a community aspect, right? To not feel alone, because us as new agents, we were like, holy freaking crap, what are we doing, right? Yeah. And so it was more so of, you know, just I didn't want anyone to feel alone. But now it's turned into yeah, like I want to help empower women.
Yeah.
But, you know, more so to show that you can be a mom, you can have a life, you can be, you know, a successful real estate agent.
Right.
And have a family.
Yeah. And I think just putting it out there, I think that's been going on for a long time. It just hasn't really been publicized to where, you know, this is what a lot of parents do, whether you're a mom or a dad raising children and you have a career. I think it's becoming more and more normalized to have them a part of your career, and it just has to kind of be that way. And I'm just glad that we're like able to share that with people so that they know that they're not alone, which is kind of the beauty in our team. I've been really, really busy lately. And so I think that I've felt really grateful the past week that I am in the career that I'm in, having children, because being a realtor is a lot of evenings and weekends. We spend a lot of time off hours that normally, you know, most people wouldn't be working. And I think it's kind of nice because we do have partners and that are able to kind of fill in those gaps. So I've been really grateful, especially lately with just how busy we've been, that I do have the flexibility and that I can kind of manage my time and flex my time for showings or contracts in the evening when, you know, my husband's home and, you know, or I have help. So that's kind of nice. And I think that there's careers out there that don't have quite that flexibility. So, I mean, I think that being a real estate agent it has a ton of perks, but for a parent especially, I think that's, you know, one of the big advantages.
Okay. And I think being able to like set boundaries, you know, like being able to say like, okay, I can go and take my kids to school, you know, and I can be there, you know, and also be there for pickup. Like, to me, that is huge. Like, I never had a parent to be able to take me to school and be able to pick me up. And so to me, that was like, that's huge, you know, and to be present. And so I'm able to make them breakfast and, you know, make them a snack when they get home. And so I think that's like what I'm so thankful for, you know. It
really comes down to time management. Okay. And I think that's any self-employed, you know, anybody that's self-employed has to deal with, you know, time management. But it's kind of nice that I do have people all the time who aren't real estate agents, like our friends, and they're like, I can't believe you're still working. It's 9:00 at night. It's like, yeah, but I got to hang out with my kid until 11 this morning and cook them breakfast in my pajamas. And, you know,
that's like our time to work is when they're asleep.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. So I think it's just, prioritizing your time is kind of important. But
everyone's like, what are you doing up? It's like 10:30.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the only time we have to ourselves.
That's our only quiet time.
I think our clients are more understanding than some agents are understanding.
Yeah.
Experience-wise.
So what we encourage all of the agents to do is really nail down who their ideal client is. And so I think that really helps. Like, yes, obviously, you know, all business is great business, but when we are trying to when we have a family, right? Not everyone loves kids, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't speak to everyone, and that's okay. And so what I suggest everyone to do is nail down, you know, what your ideal client is. And so I think that kind of helps eliminate the people who may not be so fond of us bringing all of our kids to everyone.
I always make that very clear too when I'm interviewing a client that, you know, I am a mom. I have 2 kids under 2, and that's really demanding. I mean, having kids at all is demanding, but having 2 babies is like, you know, and so there's a good chance that one or maybe both of them are going to be with me on showing appointments and to closings, or pretty much to anything at all times. And they're usually very good with it. I think the difference is, as a new agent, maybe you have a little bit harder time, but for us who are kind of more established, like most of our clients come from our sphere. And so they already know us, and then they know that we're moms, and they maybe know our children. And so if you're marketing to, you know, your sphere and your clients are mostly sphere based, I think that makes it a ton easier too. We always have really scattered goals for our team. I think it kind of always evolves throughout the year.
Yeah, our biggest one right now is accountability. So we have put in some fun things into play for that. Weekly huddles and more team bonding. That was another thing that was noted. We want to grow. So that's another thing is that
growth is a big one.
Yeah, we're looking for some team leads.
Yeah.
We need Twin Falls and Idaho Falls, and I think we kind of want to go up north.
Yeah. I think MBRE has grown a lot since we started the team. I think that it's really evolved, like, more so than we could have hoped for. Like, you know, I mean, with the expansion of it, like recently with Idaho Falls and Twin. And I think that growth is, like, if we could describe our team goal in one word, I think it would be growth.
Yeah.
As individuals too, as individual agents, and as far as just growing the amount of agents that we have. But we are in such a good spot right now with all of our girls. Everyone is so supportive. We all love each other. It's just been amazing this past year and hopefully this year too. So
the ideal candidate for MBRE would be obviously female. I mean, you don't have to be a mom. I think someone who would want to be, you know, I think that's always a bonus, but someone who is a team player, who is passionate about the community, empowering others.
Open-minded. I think that coming in with a mentality where you think you're not going to want to grow is probably, you don't have a place on our team. I think that we're always looking for education, room for more knowledge and experience. And I think that, you know, sometimes you experience agents who just want to only go so far and then they're happy with that. I don't think that's what we're looking for. We have a good balance right now of everyone who's just willing to learn more and be, you know, the next thing. They're always looking for the next thing.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing with MBRE is that everyone has different ideas constantly, and we always want to try new things.
Yeah.
And I know, like, a podcast is in our future and a YouTube channel, and I know, like, all of the girls always come with these crazy ideas, and I'm all on board with that. And so I think someone who is, like, willing to mold and to ever change, and to be on board to support that, is huge.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that you're not going to find the caliber of mentorship on, you know, specific, even with coaching. I don't think you're going to find that caliber of mentorship as you would on MBRE, just because we are so open-minded to ideas. And if you come to us with something that maybe you got rejected on another team, or maybe they don't do, or maybe it's not common practice for real estate, I think that we're always willing to look into how that's going to work, and how, if that's what's going to make you happy and that's what's going to make you feel supported, then we're on board. Like, yeah.
And I think the biggest thing too is that everyone has different goals. Everyone has, you know, a different clientele. Everyone has a different vision for their business. And so MBRE is not a one track.
Yeah, it's very diverse.
It's very diverse, and with it's very tailored to everyone's different needs. And so I think that I don't know, I pride myself on that, and I know you do the same, is that we help each individual agent figure out what their track is.
We have everything in the Treasure Valley.
Yeah, I think there's so many. From like all the festivals to
markets. I love our flea markets that we have. Rodeos. Every town has a rodeo, seems like. So that's always fun. I mean, we've got pretty much everything. We've got the aquarium. We've got a zoo. Millie loves the zoo.
We love
her favorite thing.
The Children's Museum, and that's growing, so that's super cool. Yeah. We love that.
That's cool.
All the parks, we do a lot of those. And like the splash pads, we're constantly there.
Splash.
What's your favorite thing to do? Oh, the jump parks, like the trampoline parks.
Jump time. That's awesome.
Fly high. You love fly high.
Defy. Yeah. I think that coming back to Silvercreek, like, we were back one day and we were both like, we're home. We're pretty much home. Like, it just feels like we didn't skip a beat. We got back on board with everything, and we were like, this is just where we're meant to be. I think we just felt that kind of sense of comfort.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where we aim to be as a team too. I mean, MBRE is kind of like just one giant family. I mean, all the girls, we hold team meetings at your house. We have team retreats at your house. Like, we have pizza nights. We do happy hours. We're all just, you know, one giant community system for each other. And I think that that's what we were missing elsewhere, and that we like about, specifically about Silvercreek, is that we have that support. You know, our girls aren't always going to be able to lean on us. We don't know everything either, so we need support. And Silvercreek's been great. Krista's amazing with making sure that there's no lack of broker support. So I think that's been.
And I think like the biggest thing is having everyone so active in the agent forum. You know, like we can go on and on about like all of the resources and the classes and everything, but hold on one second. But I think the biggest thing is just how friendly all of the other agents are. You know, I posted a thing about one of the listings, and I had an agent, you know, take like 30 minutes of his time to just call me and, you know, just to reassure me that what I was doing was the right thing, that I was on the right track. And he even checked in with me like 2 weeks after. And so I think, you know, just to have all of the agents, just, I mean, there's so many of us that, you know, we don't get lost.
Yeah.
And so it's just really nice to have so many different minds to collaborate with.
Yeah, the knowledge and experience to bounce off of is really helpful.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
No, I think I have probably a client ask me something every single day, whether it be, do you have a cleaner in mind, or I need, you know, a plumber, or I need this. And if I don't have one, I just hop right on the Silvercreek agent forum and I have an answer for them in like 20 minutes. So it's great. It provides more value. I mean, it makes me look like I provide more value, but I always do give credit to the Silvercreek agent forum. I say, I have access to like thousands of agents. Let me just hop onto that and get you someone. And they find that so valuable. And I love it because it also helps connect us as agents together, you know, if they have a resource that maybe we don't, and then we have that contact. And yeah, I mean, it's that right there is worth its weight in gold for us.
My hope, you know, if any of this aligns with you, or, you know, if you are feeling lost, or don't know where to start, or, you know, if you're a mom and you're in the real estate career or looking to be in the real estate career, please reach out, call, or follow us on Instagram. You can send me a message on Instagram at MBRE Idaho. Call, and I look forward to chatting with you. Our team meetings are open door. You can come. They are the first Monday of every month at 10. So if you want to come.
And we never miss a good opportunity for happy hour. So if that is what speaks to you most.
Or wine.
And that's where you want to meet initially, we love that.
Yeah, we won't turn down.
We don't bring our kids to happy hour. So
yeah, you want a kid-free time. If you are not in the Treasure Valley, if you are in Idaho, anywhere in Idaho, and this aligns with you, please reach out. We would love to set something up in your area.